Welcome to HueFin News. Today is November the 22nd, 2017, and this is our daily cryptocurrency market analysis where we are giving you the news according to the charts. Now, before I start every video, I always give you my disclaimer to tell you that we at HueFin News are not investment advisors and we are not giving you investment advice, but rather what we are giving you is the interpretation of these cryptocurrencies price charts. And this is one of the most powerful ways for you all to understand what is the likelihood of these cryptocurrencies moving higher or in some instances moving lower. And that's what we've been doing here over the last couple of months, is showing you all how you can predict without using certain types of indicators, without using indicators at all. We just use price bars and the volume to give us the language to interpret what is the probability of the cryptocurrencies moving higher, and as well what is the probability of some of them moving lower. You guys can see on this market, on this website, that the market cap now stands at $249 billion. And we did our video yesterday and the market cap was at 240. So that tells you that a lot more money came into the cryptocurrency space today, total about $9 billion, which is great, on top of all the other money that has been coming in the market over the last couple of years. Continues to show the interest is growing for this particular space that we call the cryptocurrency market. You guys can see that Bitcoin is up 1.90%. Ethereum is up 5.03. Bitcoin Cash is up 9.21. Ripple 2.39. Dash up 18%. Litecoin up 2.36. Monero up 18.77. IOTA is up 2%. Neo is up 3.7%. NAM is up 0.68%, and Ethereum Classic is up 1.12. So it just tells you that the market from yesterday, how it sold off yesterday, has recovered, but we will point out the volume aspect of the trading for today. It was substantially lighter compared to the last couple of trading days, which could indicate that the interest in higher prices is not necessarily there for the overall market. But we will talk about that on every cryptocurrency that we go through today. And you guys can tell that Dash and Monero is definitely trying to be contenders in the marketplace for cryptocurrencies. So those will definitely one day be the top 4, 5 cryptocurrencies. Later on down the years, maybe go all the way up to the top 2 or even the top 1 space, because these cryptocurrencies are not getting a lot of limelight, and we've been covering them over the last couple of weeks, forecasting them to continue to move higher. And even when stockpile comes in on those particular cryptocurrencies, the market just shrugs it off and just continues to move higher. So it just goes to show you that the interest in those two cryptocurrencies is there. So looking at Bitcoin, you guys can see that they are up 1.82%. Last trade was at $8,252. And we forecasted Bitcoin to trade sideways, and it gave us that today. The volume is substantially lighter than the last 4 trading days, which is a probable cause of concern, but not necessarily all that bad, given the fact that we do have this very wide spread bar on the previous day. So Bitcoin, for the most part, just took a break today. We're still forecasting them to move higher because the bar from today did not give us a lot of selling today. Matter of fact, once the bar opened for today, the market continued to stay above the close from yesterday, which tells us that the market is still interested in higher prices. And that is going to be our analysis for Bitcoin, is for them to continue to trade sideways to higher. If it does move a little lower, we're still looking for 8,000. And if not 8,000, it might come back to like $7,800. Okay. But our analysis for Bitcoin is for them to continue to move higher. So now we are going to go to Litecoin. So Litecoin is up 5.9 0.92%. Last trade was at $381.67. And what did I tell you? We finally was able to break through Ethereum. We told you it's going to take a push to go up bar because these last 3 days the market did not break through that $370 area, and in order for that to occur, we said that you needed to see a push to go up bar, and this is what it is. And this push to go up bar is strong, so we are still expecting Ethereum to move higher, and our next area is at least come up to 390. That is a definite probability for Ethereum to come. It might come in touch, and then we might receive more stockpile, but the market may continue to move higher because of this push to go up bar, which is a definite precursor of strength for Ethereum. So now we're going to Bitcoin Cash. So Bitcoin Cash is up 10.71%. Last trade was at $1,301. And we said it was a pretty good sign to see that Bitcoin Cash was not necessarily moving lower. It was just trading sideways over the last 3 trading days. And today we finally got that opportunity for Bitcoin Cash to move higher. And we said if it did, it was going to come back up to and around $1,400. And it came to $1,355. So we are seeing stockpiles still for Bitcoin Cash, but it's not necessarily all that bad compared to the sideways trading action we've seen over the last couple of trading days. So what we're expecting is for Bitcoin Cash to continue to move higher, and the next area is still going to be $1,400. And if it's going to move higher than that, I'm going to have to move it into a smaller time frame. So this is a 3-hour chart. And if it's going to move higher, it might come all the way from $1,400. It could come all the way back up to and around like $1,450 to even $1,500. Okay. But if the market is going to move lower for Bitcoin, then $1,200 is still in the cards for Bitcoin Cash. It is still in the cards for Bitcoin Cash to come back down to and around $1,200. So now let's go to Ripple. So Ripple is up 2.29%. Last trade was at 23, almost 24 cents. And as well, Ripple traded sideways, which tells us that the market participants was still in the market today, doing a lot of business above that 23 cents area. But we have stockpile in for Ripple, but just consider the down bar that we received yesterday and how the market shot higher today still gives us more indication that Ripple is still geared for higher prices, and we're still looking for it to come to 25 cents. And if it does move lower, the first area of support we're looking for Ripple will be 23, but then ultimately might come to 22. But we are still liking the fact that the bar still closed above from the close of yesterday, and the fact that the market pretty much just shrugged off the selling that occurred for Ripple and all the altcoins, cryptocurrencies yesterday. For that fact, we are still considering Ripple to move higher as well. And we're looking for 25 cents as the first location for Ripple to come and touch. So Litecoin is up 2.68%, 2.7. Last trade was at $72.01. And we told you for Litecoin as well that in order for them to break through $73.50, it is going to take a push to go up bar. And the market for Litecoin is still geared for higher prices. It kind of resembles what's occurring in Bitcoin Cash. The market's not necessarily moving lower. It's really trading within that sideways trading action between $70 and $72, and how the market closed higher from the close of yesterday. And as well, they also closed towards the high of the bar. So we're looking for Litecoin to continue to move higher. And that next area for Litecoin to possibly come to would be around the highs of around $74.50. It might even come all the way up to 76. But just like the highs that occurred on the 5th and the 30th, on the 5th of September, as well as the 31st of August, Litecoin can come and move towards. And that is what our analysis is going to be. So now let's go to Dash. So Dash is up 16.95%. Last trade was at $577.60. And we forecasted Dash to continue to move higher. And this is a very strong precursors of strength bar. The volume is also back in this particular price bar, which is a good indication for Dash to continue to make higher highs. This is an all-time high for the Bitfinex exchange. It is very, very strong, and we are still forecasting Dash to continue to move higher, but to contend and to show the stockpile that occurred on the market on this price bar today. We are going to see where it can possibly move lower to. So if Dash is going to move lower, it can come all the way back down to 540, but ultimately it can come to 560 first if it's going to move lower. Okay, so breaking into a smaller time frame, a lot of congestion and trading occurred here. So the market can definitely come back to 560, then 550 definitely if Dash is giving us more precursors of weakness. I do like the fact that we did get stockpile on this bar, but the market is not necessarily moving lower for Dash, and the market is still looking like it's going to move higher. So that's going to be our analysis for Dash, and it might just come back up to $600 and then move lower again to those areas that I just mentioned previously, to 560 to 555, 550 is the probable areas for Dash to come and touch as support. So now let's go to NEO. So NEO is also up 4.25%. Last trade was at $36.12. So NEO still moved higher, but the volume is substantially lighter, and we have stockpile on today's bar, which tells us that the market got hit with a lot of selling on today, and it came right here towards that $36 area, which is a very key area for NEO. Now the market's going to move higher, and we will need to see it move higher from where it is now with a push to go a bar. If we do not get a push to go a bar to at least the highs of the last 2 days, around 37.50, then the market will continue to move lower. But given the fact that the market closed higher than the close of yesterday, and the business, the transaction that occurred today for NEO almost encompassed the top half of yesterday's trading, which tells us that the market is still looking more interested in higher prices. So it's possible for NEO to come to $38, and if not, it can come all the way back down to 34 as well. But given the fact and the overall chart and how these price bars look, it looks like NEO is going to try to make at least $38 one more time. So now let's go to Ethereum Classic. So Ethereum Classic is up 2.27%. Last trade was at $18.04. So all these bars pretty much look the same for all these cryptocurrencies that we do. The market shot higher for today, and stockpile still came in. The volume is also lighter, so it kind of tells us that the sellers are not in the market for these cryptocurrencies, which also gives us more clues into stating that these cryptos will continue to move higher. And we're still looking for Ethereum Classic to do the same as well, to maybe at least come to $18.50 to even $19 again, and try that $19 area one more time. And we're going to need to see a definite push to go a bar, something that looks like what occurred on November 11th. We need that to occur for Ethereum Classic to break through that $19 area, but we're still looking for them to at least come up to that point. So the last one we're going to do is Monero. So Monero is also one of the stronger cryptocurrencies in the market, along with Dash. They are up 19.10%. Last trade was at $169. And we told you on our video yesterday, if you guys watched it, we said that this is a definite precursor of strength bar. We would be expecting Monero to move higher. And look what we have today. I hope you guys roll for the ride on this move higher for Monero, because this was a very substantial, profitable move for anyone who was in the market for Monero on today. And one of the crazy things about Monero is that the market did move lower on the day, but then obviously the buyers came in and moved Monero all the way up to $170 today. And look at the volume. The volume is also there, which tells us that the market participants are definitely interested in prices at and around $170. So what can we expect? We are expecting Monero to continue to move higher. We are noticing that today's bar has stockpiles, so we are going to show you if Monero moves lower where it can actually come and touch. So the first area is going to be $164, and then $160, and then $156. Okay, that's if Monero decides to move lower in the short term. But given the fact that this bar is continuing to move higher, we're still looking for Monero to at least come to the high of today's bar, or even higher than that, and make all-time highs again, according to this Bitfinex exchange. Okay, you guys can just see how much energy occurred for Monero for them to make this type of move. And this type of move occurred because of the market moving sideways for the last 2 months. Okay, so that just gives you another clue on how to read a chart without using indicators. This is the result of what occurred over the last 2-3 months of Monero trading sideways. But we're still looking for Monero to move higher, and it is a very good cryptocurrency at the moment. Out of the top 10, top 11 that we look at on a regular basis is Monero and Dash. But that's all we have for today. Appreciate you guys watching and subscribing. If you guys got comments, please leave them in the comments section. Appreciate the ones that we have been receiving. It is always good to see the comments and that we're doing good things for the community. It's our purpose to show you that you can also give pretty good price analysis, very precise and accurate according to the price bars and volume. It's very powerful. I advise you all to learn it. That's all I have for today. Stay profitable, and I'll talk to you guys later.